Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We at it, y'all. Hope everybody having a beautiful day, man. Out here in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. And man, I appreciate those of y'all who've been rocking with your boy from day one. Man, we on our way to 100,000 subscribers. And today, man, I want to drop y'all this little video on P. Diddy, getting suggested to get 11 years. That don't mean he gonna get it. That time that P. Diddy got coming, because we all know he's getting sentenced this week, y'all. And it's gonna be a real cold day in America when he does. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because as I told you, with the whole P. Diddy incident, he has so many people that are up under his wing and so many people that are under his influence due to all those sex tapes that the man has made, and due to all those tapes that are out there from his homes. You got to realize, guys, he gets that evidence back, just so you know. Everything that was not used in the trial, you got to understand, this man has backup servers for all his cameras. So it's no telling who you got on there. This is why Donald Trump has been running his mouth about saying it will be hard to give P. Diddy a pardon, so on and so forth. But right now, guys, the DA is looking at giving your boy Diddy 11 years. That's what then came out on the pre-sentencing hearing. Now, let me tell y'all how that works. With your pre-sentencing hearing, people, what happens is you go see parole and probation, right, before you get sentenced. And they are going to look at your case. They're going to compare your case to other people's cases. And then they're going to add up your points. See, the feds deal with a point system, okay? So, and the points are added up by, how many times you've been arrested, how many convictions you have. They have mandatory minimums, so on and so forth. And so then they add up your points, and then now they come up, the people at parole and probation, the federal parole and probation, they come up with a sentencing guideline that they suggest to the prosecutor, to the district attorney. So now, what happens next is the district attorney has to, he's gonna see it. It doesn't matter if he agrees with it or not, because it's not his job to suggest a time. His or her job. It's not their job. But they are going to bring that pre-sentencing interview and that time guideline to Puffy's attorney and said, hey, you know what? After the pre-sentencing interview, they looking at giving you 11 years, big dog. They looking at giving you 11 years. And you notice one thing. You notice that they never try to give Diddy a deal. See, that should be the contributing factor to let y'all know they about to stick it up Diddy's ass. Do you hear me? Because they never once offered him a deal during any of this. Normally, man, when you're dealing with the federal system and something as big as this, and you have a first-time offender, they're going to offer you a deal. So why? So you don't have all these court costs. You ain't got to be sitting in court forever, so on and so forth. But now he gets this 11 years. So now what happens when he goes to get sentenced? Diddy has to do which is called allocute. He has to do an allocution. And what is an allocution, people? Allocution is when you stand up. That's when you see people stand up in front of the judge and they get up there, before their sentence is passed down. And that's when you see people up there crying and, Lord, I'm sorry for what I did. And in Diddy's case, he's going to have to be, I'm sorry for having these prostitutes flying way across country, to service my women and passing on STDs and, messing with these little boys and these little girls and, spiking people's drink with GHB and ketamine and all other things and putting all this baby oil on people. Like, he has to admit to all this stuff, okay? That's what an allocution is. You're trying to convince the judge that you are worthy of getting some type of mercy, okay? That's when you see people break down in front of the judge. And, you have to get up there and say, oh, I realize how my actions have impacted the community. And in his allocution, hey, I realize how my actions have impacted a lot of young men's lives and young women's lives in the court system by spending all this money in court and having to go to federal trial. Can you please show some mercy on me, please? And then that's when that judge is going to take that paperwork, y'all. That's when that judge take that paperwork. Because, see, the judge already knows what he's going to give Diddy, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. The judge already knows what he's going to give Diddy. That's when you see the judge get up there and get extra quiet. And he put his little glass on. He start flipping through the paperwork. And he start talking real calmly. Well, Mr. Combs, we see that you are a first-time offender. And, and the crime that you have committed is normally punishable by X, Y, and Z. And, you're a menace to society. And, you shouldn't be flying prostitutes out at X, Y, and Z and so forth. You got to let him know what he did wrong. But the judge is already knowing what he about to give his ass. Can you dig what I'm saying? The judge already knows what he about to give him. And then he's going to ask him, are you ready? Are you ready to be sentenced? And that's when Diddy going to have to stand up. And guys, when Diddy stand up to get sentenced, I'm here to tell you, man, his heart is going to drop. You ever been on a roller coaster before? You ever been on a roller coaster and the roller coaster is going to the very, very, very top, and then it's about to go down to the bottom and your stomach drop? That's the way Diddy's going to be feeling before he gets that sentence, right, handed down by that judge. Because remember, the pre-sentencing board, they are saying that he should get 11 years. They are suggesting he gets 11 years, but it is ultimately up to the judge. The judge could end up giving him 20 years. The judge could give him 15 years. The judge can give him any time that he wants, just so you know. And the judge could also give him probation if he wanted to. But I find that less likely, being that he denied him bail and he don't want him out in the streets being a menace to society. So now we back to Diddy, y'all. Diddy standing up there shaking, man. The HIV is just sweating out through his pores. The lesions are everywhere. He's dripping down there because he got the drips. He ain't took none of his STD medication. He all super skinny. His hair is gray. His face is all sunken in. Like on the pictures. Because, regular people, they would film us in court. But when you Diddy, hey, man, he get to have a drawing so he look a little pretty. And now that judge is going to hand down that time to him. And when Diddy get that 11 years, which I think he going to get about a 15 piece. Matter of fact, in the comments, y'all answer, y'all tell me how many years do y'all think the judge is going to give Diddy when he gets sentenced, okay? Put it in the comments. I need 200 comments on this video, y'all. So now when he gives him this sentence, Diddy is going to break down. See, when they sentence him, and let me give y'all a little spoiler alert for those of y'all who sat back and watched this entire video. Let me give you a spoiler alert. Once they sentence Diddy, now they're going to show him in the courtroom. Now they're going to show video of him in the courtroom once he gets sentenced. See, it ain't going to be no drawings no more. It's going to be live footage of his ass getting sentenced. And you're going to see, just like they did R. Kelly. After R. Kelly got sentenced, all you ever saw was R. Kelly sit up in the courtroom with that raggedy ass orange jumpsuit on and a raggedy white t-shirt on with his face all disheveled. That's what's gonna happen to P. Diddy. Now they gonna show his face on TV. So now when he gets sentenced, here's what's gonna happen. Normally, when you sentence with the feds, you have to go check yourself into prison. Like, they give you sometimes a month, sometimes 2. Sometimes they do it right then. It all depends on how the judge feel. A lot of times when you're free on bail, which Diddy is not free on bail, they tell you, hey, you got till this date to report to this particular prison. But Diddy don't have that luxury. So Diddy is going to be remanded after he gets sentenced. What does remanded mean? That means his ass is going back to jail. And he's going to sit in jail until he catch that chain and ride on the Grey Goose, which that's the prison bus, and go to the penitentiary that he's supposed to go to. Now, the question y'all should be asking yourself, and we will cover it in the next video, is, do you think Diddy is going to a PC yard, or a level 4. I don't know, but I don't want to keep y'all, man. I just wanted to update y'all. I've been waiting to leave this video all day. I've been in traffic. Hey, like the channel, subscribe to the content, hit that notification bell so y'all know when I'm dropping content, man. I'm dropping it all night. Can you dig it? And remember, stay blessed, never stress. Hey, man, stay finesse and getting plenty of rest, and stay the fuck out of trouble.